What's up everyone, my name is Roman Kuhn, I'm a software engineer at HP, and this is a couple Java Programming, the series where I teach you the Java programming language. Earlier we learned about identifiers and variables, but I only showed you 2 data types. Today, I'm going to show you the rest. The data type before an identifier specifies what kind of data a variable can hold, and the size of the data. So let me introduce you to the rest of the variables in Java, and show you practical examples of when to use them. Let's start with numbers because they're the easiest to understand. There are 4 data types of numbers. The byte data type has a minimum of -2 to the power of 7 and a maximum of 2 to the power of 7 minus 1. Bytes are useful when saving memory is important, when you need to remind yourself that a certain variable can only hold small numbers. The short data type has a minimum of 2 to the power 15th and a maximum of 2 to the power 15th minus 1. Again, the short is useful when saving memory matters, but for learning purposes and simple programs, you'll find that the most practical thing to use is the int data type. Ints can hold a minimum of 2 to the power of 31 and a maximum of 2 to the power of 31 minus 1. The long data type holds a minimum of 2 to the power of 63 and a maximum of 2 to the power of 63 minus 1. That's all the data types for integers. You'll find that when you get into more complex programs, you'll find yourself using long and short and byte more often, but whenever you're just learning, you'll find that int is the most practical. So those were the data types that hold integers. But what if you need to hold decimals with your numbers? Well, that's when floating point numbers come in. For most of your floating point number needs, the double data type will do. Just like short and byte, you should use floats if you need to conserve memory. Moving on, let's say that you don't need to store a number in a variable, but maybe just one character. To do this, you'd use a CHAR and surround it in single quotes like this. If you need to store a true or false value, you'd use the Boolean data type. You can set a Boolean variables equal to either true or false. And that's it. If you notice, I didn't say string, and that's because strings are actually not primitive data types. They're actually arrays of chars, or a whole bunch of chars put together. So we'll talk about that later when we cover arrays. But that's a lesson for another day. Today we learned all about primitive data types, which will help us when we get into more complex programs. I'm Roman Kuhn, this is a couple Java Programming. Thank you so much for watching.